All right, here we go. Big Daddy Shin, day 1092 at the park. So it is super late, and I'm super busy these days. So as of this second right now, shoot, who is this? All right, as you can see, the night changed. I had to take that call. It was a really famous drummer for the Arabic music. So, you know, it's getting real now, where it's like, in 3 days, I have my event going. Today, school started. Last night, we're working on the Zoom meeting. I mean, things got busy really, really fast. And so I'm like, my head's spinning. And then so today, like I said, I had the video that I was supposed to do yesterday, but then I did it. I ate dinner with Harold. Then we went straight to his house, worked on trying to get that Zoom thing where, if people are going to pay for an event, you don't want them to share a link with like 20 other people. So we found out how to register each email to one device. Okay. So that's what we had to do. And we stayed up till really late. And I'm like, oh man, I got to wake up for school today. And then so today, started in the morning, and then, last night, I still came home and I registered all my teachers to make sure they could get in the Zoom meeting, right? And then this morning, my boss calls me, we start talking about stuff, and it turns out that we had to register all our students for second semester, like get the classes set up and everything, because apparently there's like one counselor for all this different work things. But it's like, okay, we could either wait for them or we do it ourselves. And we're like, let's just do it. So we cranked that out. And then I found out that a lot of these people, when we first started registering the stuff in late November, people weren't able to get an email confirmation because it didn't work at the time. I mean, we figured it out later. But then those people, they still didn't get their order numbers and stuff. And then when I had them register for that Zoom meeting and put in their order number, they didn't have an order number to put in. So everyone's messaging me that. I had to write back to each one of the emails, go fish for their number, and I'm like, oh. So I said, you know what? I just got to go in and mass email, figure out how to send these things. Turns out there's no way to massive do it. I had to go to each order individually and go email confirmation. I'm like, oh. So I did that. And then, people are still messaging me here and there. They're calling me on the phone. I talked to Japan today. Where else did I talk to? Talked to Mexico. And then so, doing all these things, it's really fun. It's really fun. I'm not complaining at all, but it's just crazy how busy I could get. Because yesterday, I'm worrying about, I don't even know what I was worrying about. I don't even know what that video is about actually anymore, but thing is today, it's like, I didn't think about eating, period. Because I'm not hungry anymore. Because, when you get worked up on all different things, you don't want to eat. Why? Just waste of time. So, now that I talked about it, I'm kind of hungry. But I can't because, and I put in a bid for that house, this house that, it says like 740 something. I was going to buy the other one, but it was just way too much. And thing is, I was going to put in an offer. They go, oh no, they're only going to take this much money. It's like, gosh, can I even afford that house? But it turns out that, okay, if I go under a certain amount, okay, there's no way I'm spending $700,000 house, just so you know, okay? But if I did, anything that I get that's under like 6 something, my interest rate's going to be 2.7. 2.7. So if I get it over that amount, it's going to be 3.1. Okay. So I could tell you this now, okay? And thing is, when I was going to buy that house in Victorville, if you guys remember that story, right? 4,000 square feet, all that stuff, whatever, they're selling it for like $525 or something. my loan amount was going to be like $490 something or whatever, right? Something crazy. But when you buy a house for 3% down or 5% down, then they do this thing called PMI. PMI is like the homeowner's insurance that they have to go put on it until you pay 20% of your house down. Because if you only paid 5% down and you can't pay your payment, that bank needs some money. Like, hey, these people screwed us. So that PMI insurance makes your price really expensive. And then so also pre-pandemic, my interest rate was going to be 4.2. Okay, so on that loan, it was going to cost me, I think just the mortgage itself, no insurance, no nothing, it was going to cost about $3,300. So in order to live there, it would have been about $4,500 a month, right? Just to live. And thing is, I figure, here's my mentality. I don't make like a ridiculous amount of money, but it's like, and I can't even afford that house. But it's just a fact that I was thinking like, oh, I'm going to save money on the gas that I'm not going to be spending there. I'm going to save money on this. And oh yeah, my mom, we go fishing every day. My mom doesn't want to fish. Oh, the boat, the lake, all that kind of stuff. I could retire here, right? No. It's like, in retrospect, that would have been one of the worst moves I ever done, okay? But now, when you're talking about the same thing, like, you know, like just say if it's a house of $650,000, right? So with the 2.7, if you do like a you know, big down payment, right? Then, you know, well, whatever happens, it's going to come down to about $3,000 a month. Okay, that's not too bad. But, you know, I'm thinking, you know, you always want to inch up more, saying like, okay, you know, am I going to get, you know, for 20,000 more you get here, oh, 30,000 here, you know, 50,000 more you get the house with the pool, or, you know, it's like, oh gosh, you know, I mean, I already talked about that, like always trying to upgrade, you know, but you just got to get the one that just calls out your name. But this one I put a fairly low bid. If they take it, all right, I'm moving. If not, okay, I'll be happy saving all that money every month. And, you know, so that's one thing that happened on this whole pandemic. Staying home, you know, I pay $1,100 for a 2-bedroom apartment, and I've been living there for a very long time. So I save a lot of money. But one day we all have to grow up, right? So that's my whole thing, is like, okay, I gotta figure things out. So yeah, but also just with the whole busyness of that event that I'm doing too, it's pretty nuts, you know. But I'm glad that I'm just keeping busy. My mind is constantly working, and it just feels great. It feels great to just feel alive, you know. And then so I don't think any of my actions are like being detrimental to anybody or whatever. Just trying to solve problems. Maybe I should have been a math major, right? Or still trying to figure out things on the school. That's working out. And but it's nice to be back in the grind. Awesome. Gosh, I actually like being here at night. It feels really good. It feels really peaceful. So I guess maybe I should buy a house right over here. But then yes, those houses are like $700,000 right there. Look, yeah, if you can see it. But I don't know. I don't want to live by power line stuff. But hey, I'll be living by the zip line park right there. Little zip line thing. Whatever. All right, there you go. Day 1092 in the books. So, you know, I am totally going to say I thoroughly enjoyed hanging out here late night. And then so, you know, it's totally dark. But it's a pretty well lighted park. I enjoy it, right? Do I need my mask this late or my hat? Yes, I do, because it's freezing. It is. And then, so if I catch a cold, it's because of that. But when you're bald and you don't have a hat on, it's kind of freezing. And then also the mask, it actually helps with the cold air. So, yeah, it's really good to be back in the grind and then figuring out all these things going on. And what is it? Yeah, I enjoy being busy because it makes me feel productive as opposed to like the other days, and it helps me organize my thoughts. And I don't know. So getting back in the grind, it's great to be back. I don't wish for vacation because, well, the last couple weeks vacation, that was vacation enough. So anyways, what does this say? Oh, I got another message. All right, anyways, Big Daddy Shin Day 1092. If I could exercise 1092 days in a row, you can exercise 1092 days in a row. If I could do it, you could do it. I'm doing it. Back to the grind.